Now, let's look at ways to integrate Zeemart in your preferred accounting system. Zeemart on its own are integrated off the shelf with Xero and QuickBooks Online, or QBO. First, the setting has to be mapped between accounts to accounts. So you are required to log in to Zeemart Buyer Hub, as well as your preferred accounting platform's dashboard on the same computer for the mapping to work. Once you have established that, you need to map individual suppliers, a one-time exercise, so that the system remembers the next time when you export an invoice from Zeemart, where it should map it into your accounting platform and what sort of chart of accounts or mapping categories that you should follow in your accounting system. To do this, you have to first do the setting at the company level, which is accessible by clicking your name, click on settings. You'll see a tab called linked companies. So click on it. All the companies that you have created on Zeemart will be shown here. The settings has to be done at the company level. So you can click actions and select manage integration. So there are a few different platforms that we're integrated to. So for this example, I'm going to use Xero. So you can click configure. If you're doing this the first time, there will be a pop-up to ask for permission to allow Zeemart to integrate, to connect with Xero or QBO. Once you have allowed that permission, you'll be given this interface where you can choose a few things for exporting features. First, you can choose your export setting, whether you would like it to be exported as individual SKUs, which means that all the line items found in the invoices will be exported to your accounting system line by line. Or you may choose to have combined total of all SKUs, which means there's no line item breakdown, but it will have other invoice details that you can export. And what should the system do when it pushes an invoice to your accounting system? Should it push straight for awaiting approval or awaiting payment? Awaiting approval means that as an accountant, you yourself will be able to view this invoices exported to Xero or QBO and then push for payment. If it's set as awaiting payment, it will skip that, but you will do your review of data on Zeemart and then just push for payment on your accounting platform. Additionally, on Xero, for example, they do allow mapping by location where you can set on Xero so that your reports on Xero or QBO can be generated accordingly. And these are the outlets that you can choose to map it. And also tracking category, if you have defined it, you should be able to select what will be the tracking category in Xero that you can map it to. This is for additional reporting needs in Xero or QBO. This is first step, you have to do only one time. There is another setting that you have to do on Zeemart. It's called the supplier mapping. So for all the suppliers with invoices uploaded to Zeemart, the system has to be informed of where it should export to and which supplier account should it tag into your accounting platform, as well as the chart of accounts. So these are all the suppliers that we can find on our system right now. So you can choose to say that, like, let's say I can choose Good Tiding, for example. And let me choose Good Tiding. You can choose to select any one of this supplier. Let's say this just be. You can also choose the chart of account that it belongs to, depending on the way you have set up in your accounting system. So what it does is it helps the system to push to your account system based on the predefined chart of accounts that you already have. So I can choose banking fees, and the tax rate will be pulled based on the tax rate that you have set in your accounting system. Once this is done, you may click Save. This basically means that the system now knows when it's pushing any data from Zeemart to your preferred accounting system to what setting it should follow in your accounting system. In the event you have a new supplier added to Zeemart, you have to repeat this for that newly added suppliers. Now, this is the settings.